Grandma shifts her weight, small suitcase scraping the floor. "Excuse me?" she says softly. The clerk barely looks up, fingers tapping. "Wait your turn." Grandma exhales slowly, hands gripping her bag. Passengers glance sideways, some whispering. Phones raised briefly. She pauses, counting steps, years of waiting echoing silently. Nothing moves but her steady, patient gaze. The clerk leans back, smirking, whispering, "She'll wait." Grandma shifts, voice steady. "I'm next." Clerk glances up, shrugs, returns to typing. Passengers glance sideways, phones flicker. A colleague murmurs, uneasy, "Should we?" Clerk waves them off. Grandma exhales, calm, shoulders squared. Narration. Years of quiet disregard echo in the small pauses between words. Grandma steps closer, voice calm. "I just need to check in." The clerk snaps, "You can wait." A pause stretches. Passengers shift, whispering. Grandma exhales, steady. Narration. Decades of patience. Compressed into one moment, each word a quiet challenge to invisible walls. The terminal feels smaller, tension dense and palpable. Passengers shift uneasily, whispers thread through the terminal. "Is someone coming?" one murmurs. The clerk glances up, tension rising, hands frozen. Grandma breathes steady, unshaken. Narration. Power, quiet and unnoticed, moved across the room, eyes scanning, weighing. The terminal holds its collective breath, anticipating change before it arrives. Grandma touches her handbag, voice low. I've waited long enough." A teller at a bank once said, "Next," her voice ignored. At city offices, doors closed before she could speak. Whispers in meetings, "Let's move on." Passengers glance sideways, some uneasy, phones half raised. A young woman whispers, "She's been overlooked before." Grandma exhales, steady. Narration. Each memory weighs, decades of silent dismissal pressing against the terminal's polished floors. The air holds a fragile tension, history quietly shaping what comes next. A passenger whispers, voice low, "She's been here 10 minutes already." The security officer shifts, eyes on Grandma, feet still. "Should we step in?" Another murmurs. "No, it's not our call," comes the quiet reply. An internal affairs officer taps a file, recalling erased complaints. Grandma exhales softly, patience steady, unshaken. Narration. Invisible walls shield the clerk, but every hesitant glance, every phone recording, exposes complicity. Passengers glance around, tension ripples silently as the terminal holds its collective breath. A passenger leans, whispering, "Does anyone see this?" Grandma exhales, voice calm but firm. "I've waited my whole life for someone to notice." The clerk freezes, fingers hovering over the keyboard. "Was I wrong?" the clerk murmurs, voice small. Another passenger nods, phone lowered. Silence thickens. The terminal feels heavier. Narration. Those words stretch across the space, carrying decades of overlooked dignity. Microaggressions weigh visibly on the clerk. Every witness senses the shift, a quiet system starting to falter. A passenger whispers, "Who's that?" Another murmurs, "Looks like the director." Grandma straightens, voice soft. Someone finally sees. The clerk glances up, hands frozen. "Open a lane for her," the director says, eyes steady, calm. A colleague swallows, nodding, unsure. Narration. The director's presence measures arrogance against dignity, every glance undoing years of invisibility. Passengers still, breaths caught. The clerk's shoulders slump imperceptibly. A quiet internal collapse begins. Whispers die, silence stretches, heavy with inevitability and the weight of reckoning. A passenger leans, whispering, "Who's that walking in?" Another murmurs, "The director." Calm, but you can feel it. Grandma shifts slightly, voice low. Finally, Clerk freezes, fingers hovering above the keyboard. Open a lane for her, the director says, measured, eyes steady. Colleague hesitates, nods reluctantly. Narration. Power arrives without noise, dignity pressing against years of ignored microaggressions. Phones hover, whispers falter, the terminal holding its breath. The clerk's posture tightens, small tremors of panic. Each glance, each pause, cracks the old hierarchy. Witnesses sense justice, quiet but undeniable, settling over the room. Open a lane for her now, the director says, calm but unyielding. The clerk's fingers freeze. I was just... No. She waits no longer. The director cuts in, firm. A hush spreads, phones hover, whispers die. Grandma straightens, voice low, steady. Thank you. Narration. The clerk's color drains, hands tremble, posture slumps. Passengers exchange quiet glances, the weight of invisible injustice settling in their chests. Microaggressions, ignored for decades, now crack under a few decisive words. The terminal holds its breath. Dignity finally claims space. I didn't mean... The clerk stammers, voice breaking, hands shaking. It's all right, mutters a colleague, stepping back, eyes wide. Please, just wait, the clerk adds, but hesitation fills every word. Grandma tilts her head slightly, calm, voice quiet. I've been patient long enough. Narration. Small gestures betray panic. Apologies murmur under breath, arrogance dissolving. Passengers whisper, colleagues shift, the weight of privilege cracking. The director watches silently, steady, unflinching. Grandma's composure anchors the room. Power collapses around the clerk, unnoticed by no one, yet unshouted, quietly reckoning with decades of disregard. Grandma steps forward, shoulders straight, voice calm. Some weights are unnecessary. The clerk swallows hard, eyes down, muttering, I wasn't aware. It's all right, Grandma replies. Softly, not angrily, just firmly. Colleagues glance sideways, whispers fading into silence. Narration. Sunlight hits her face through the terminal windows, her small smile carrying decades of unnoticed endurance. Passengers pause, recording or simply watching. The lane opens. The clerk's reflection on the polished counter shows defeat. Systemic failure made visible. Grandma walks forward, composed. Authority is confronted, dignity restored. Everyone present senses the quiet, undeniable shift. Grandma sits, hands folded, eyes on the runway. A passenger whispers, "She did it." Another murmurs, "Finally." Narration. Phones are lowered. Whispers fade. The terminal feels lighter, breaths slowed by witness. Her small smile carries years of unseen strength. Outside, planes move, but inside, dignity rests. Silent victories settle quietly around her. A colleague murmurs, "She's not here today." Another nods, voice low, "Good." Finally. Silence stretches across the terminal. Narration. The absent clerk leaves traces, quiet shame, invisible accountability. The director walks by, unnoticed, authority present without noise, balance settles subtly, dignity affirmed, systemic correction unfolding in stillness. Grandma whispers, "All these years." Her fingers linger on the photographs, trembling slightly. A passerby murmurs, "You've been through so much." She smiles faintly, voice steady, "And still here." Narration. Decades of silence and dismissal converge in this moment. Patience and dignity pierce the neglect. Quiet triumph holds more weight than any cheer. Grandma whispers, "Waiting was never my choice." Today, it wasn't theirs either. A passenger glances up, hesitation softening. The clerk avoids her eyes, posture collapsing. Narration. The terminal hums as life carries on, but the balance has shifted. Accountability spreads quietly. Dignity persists. Justice whispers, leaving traces no arrogance can erase.